the streaming service and the like more. Secondly, I want to encourage you to continue to listen. I don't always have the most latest thing. It's not about I have information that you need to have. It's more a reflection on things that are happening, what I think why and what is happening, I think, and why it is happening, and to share with you an aspect or a thought or a viewpoint about these things that are happening. Now, in these our days, we are continuing to confront the problems. The COVID problem, I think, is pretty much a scene for what it was, and, take that as it may. Now we have the economic problem. And this economic problem is going to fold in or incorporate aspects of the COVID thing. And what I mean by this is something I mentioned in previous podcasts. I mentioned it again. Whatever happened during the COVID pandemic restrictions, the 6-foot distancing, the masks, the stay at home, the non-travel, all of these were aspects of fear, and they were fear of other people. We were trained during those weeks from those who were promoting that type of thing that we had to be afraid of other people because the other person was the bringer of death. They were the bringer of the COVID germ. They were the bringer of disease. They were the bringer of Hershey bar, whatever it's going to be. Now, because it's irrational, it's very, very difficult to handle. All I can say is that my prayer in the coming weeks is that we can learn again to recognize that there are other people out there beside ourselves. These good people want good health also for themselves and their grandchildren, just as we want it for ourselves and our grandchildren. And they don't want to infect us, and we don't want to infect them. And with that understanding, perhaps we can move beyond fear into trust and hope. Trust and hope. Now, hope is not a wish. Hope is based upon facts. So when we see our neighbors acting responsibly, when we see the society acting responsibly, when we see other people, by and large, acting responsibly, then we can add our name to that list of people who are acting responsibly, buy the epidemic kit, wear a mask as much as we can in order to encourage those who are not wearing a mask, but also to encourage those who are wearing the same basic mask. Okay, now, having said all these things, I think as I close, I would like to, how could we say this? How could we wish and hope? It's trite, it's misunderstood, go back to the way it was. Well, we can never go back to the way it was, even if none of this had ever happened. Let's say that everything 10 months ago was the same, and then we were able to go back to that. Now, you can't, because whatever happened 10 weeks ago, or 9 weeks ago, or 8 weeks ago. Those factors are the past. The past cannot be altered. The past can be recorded, and lessons from the past can be saved, but the past was the present moving beyond itself or into the past of itself. And so the past is over, and we can't kill it or bring it back or destroy it other than we choose to forget it. And I would encourage you, my dear friends, don't forget the past. Fill in that vase was in you.